What's going on, family? Live and direct on the air, live and direct on the air. Y'all already know the brand. Freedom is a must. Freedom is definitely a must. What's going on, family? Praying that everybody's well, everybody's healthy, everybody's safe, everybody's enjoying life, and Lord, enjoying the weather. Remember what I always say, man. We only live once. Tomorrow's never promised, so we gotta live for today. So I came out of Tompkins, 99 Tompkins, in the corner of Myrtle Avenue. And we was there for many, many years, living up in there. And in fact, we took Big Bourne's apartment 2D, up in 99 Tompkins. Big Bourne, those who know Big Bourne, you already know what I'm talking about. I used to call him Chub Rock, only because Big Bourne used to look a little something like Chub Rock from back in the days. But I was in the building with the McKenzie brothers, David, the Winklers was also in the building, Googie. We had my people's Madman up in 77, Art, and them over there. I used to, in fact, be in Tracy Morgan's house when he was already starting to come up. And we used to eat over there. His mother used to feed us and all that. Tracy Morgan, a comedian, famous comedian. And his brother Reality, which is Jim, was my boy. So I used to always be with Reality Jim when he had that little purple pinkish, I think it was a Taurus or something like that, with the system inside. And in fact, their little brother Marlon was just growing up. And I know that after I left, I heard that Marlon got shot through the mouth and a bullet came through his mouth and stuff. So, I haven't seen him in years, but big shout outs to Tracy Morgan. Big shout outs to Reality Jim. And Marlon, man, I ain't see y'all in so long. And your moms, God bless, wifey, all of them. But in the process of living over here, I would go to Marcy or I would go into Sumner. So in the process of going into Sumner, Sumner was our God, his brother Neil, family. Majesty was over there. John, his brother John, Majesty's brother. Money Parker, Nito and Alex, Lugo. You have Belong on that corner over there and stuff. And a whole lot of brothers from down there and shit. And so I knew all these brothers, man. I came around all these brothers, man. And Lurch from Tompkins, Weeche, Cruz, brothers, Reality and them, and Tracy Morgan were for 212, the truth side. I was on the other side of Myrtle on 99. So my purpose in saying this is that when I got up north, years later, I was in a couple of spots with Majesty. And my boy, my boy, you know what I'm saying? So police come down and tell me, yo, you got caught. And I already knew I had a court date going in the family court. So I get packed up, and they pack individuals up to go down to court. And when you get to downstairs, you see who's who, whatever. I see Majesty down there. I seen a few other dudes that were up north from different spots that I knew that they were going down there. So of course, we go to C95 because C95 is where they're saying all the people that come from up north. And we going down there with the cocky pants and all that other shit we go down there with, monkey suit or whatever. So, of course, we got to stay in the bullpens, overnight until dudes go to court and they see who coming back, who's not, to know who they going to get, where they going to place brothers at. Shortly the next day, they said we was moving to a house, one lower, that they just opened a few days ago. And if you in C95 and you pass the infirmary, you go all the way to the bars, and you either make a right or a left. You make a left, and that's considered like C71 side. That's where one lower, the south side was at. And if you go further down to the bars, it's the women's houses that was that way. So anyway, so they tell me we was going to one lower. House just opened up a few days ago. That's where we going. I seen Palmer. I sent word. I said, yo, Red is still over here. Yeah, he's still in the project over there. Tell him, yo, we going to one lower, man. So in the process, when Palmer told Red or whatever, my boy Red, rest in peace, I found out that Red passed away only because I put up a video about him, and his brother happened to be a subscriber to the page and saw the video, and it touched him, and he told me, yo, that's my brother in real life. And I told him, send me some pictures. Let me see if it's the real Red. Told me he passed away 10 years ago. Real brother, good brother. I'm sorry to hear the bad news, but, rest in peace, Red. But, it's sad to see that he's gone. Real brother's gone. So he managed to tell Palmer that he wanted to move to one lower too. So next thing I know, a couple of hours later, Red ended up in the ballpens with his bags packed. Said, yo, what up? See him again, whatever, boom, shake hands, hug, and all that shit there. And I see him with the bag. Where the fuck you going, man? He said, I'm going to one lower. I told Palmer, he hooked it up. All right, boom, damn. So, sure enough, we go to one lower. Jamaicans is running the spot. Remember, this house was open for like 2 or 3 days. Jamaicans is opening the spot, open that side of the unit up and shit, because one lower and all that side of C71 side was closed. They were fixing it, under construction or whatever. So we go into there, and first thing me, Majesty, and we look at each other, whatever, is, Jacks, whatever, how the house is running. We're not going on there on no crazy shit, but these niggas know that we coming from up north by the way we coming dressed. Excuse me. So they already know, listen, man, these are up north dudes. They already laid back up there already. They should have respected us. They should have, came to us the right way. So in any event, we looking at the Jack. We looking to see how we making the calls, how we going to get time of the Jack, how we gonna live up in here. Sure enough, the Jamaicans, they wasn't trying to let go no time, talking about get on in the morning, all this here, and it wasn't even letting the dudes that wasn't even built like that get on the Jack. I looked at Majesty, I looked at my bro Danny Lugo, I looked at Red, I looked at Rashid. Rashid was already down there fighting the body. He just got packed up from one house, having a fight from one house, so they were moving him to one lower. And he really wasn't talking to me much. He ain't like me. For some reason off the back, he ain't like me. But I'm gonna tell you how it ended with Rashid. So my bro Danny Lugo, Red was over there, Rashid. We came into the house, Outlaw, Easy. And I don't remember Iceman, bro. Iceman was down there yet. So we was down there, and we waited like a day or two to see what if this gonna work out over here. We gonna work something out. Obviously the Jamaicans wasn't trying to hear it. They wasn't trying to hear by the phone, none of that. It was on some shit that we had to get up in the morning and get on the phone and all that shit, And the same thing with when it came to the breakfast. Y'all already know when it came to the Kellogg's or cereal and all that shit there, dudes switched the boxes and put them bullshit cereal boxes and try to give us them shits while they were taking the good shits to the cell. And we had to put a stop to that shit too. Every time they get the chicken and all that shit, they try to give us the sloppy last shits while they was building up the porters and themselves with the good shit. So we had to put a stop to that immediately. I talked to Majesty. Majesty talked to me. We told my bro Danny Lugo. We went over there to talk to Easy. And I stepped to Rashid's cell. And I said, Rashid, listen, we about to go over there. We taking this Jack over here. You want? Come and take this Jack. He got right up, put his shit up on, came over to grab the Jack. So we went to the front. And back then, we had the wires. It wasn't paid phones then. We took the phones off the wire with the dudes on the phone, the Jamaican dudes on the phone, and we just took the phone. They just walked straight to the back. And we said, listen, whoever want these motherfucking phones that want to die for these fucking phones, come to the back, man. We put the phones on the floor, right on the back of the unit. And sure enough, the Jamaicans went back there to fight for their shit, and we was rumbling. We was rumbling back there, and the police wasn't seeing nothing. It was like a smooth rumbling. We was, fighting whatever Danny had slipped because he had it was a cup of coffee or something he had, or I think a Tang. He was drinking Tang. And in the process, it slipped over because he tried to knock one of the Jamaican dudes out that was coming on a certain angle, and he slipped on his knees, and the other Jamaican dude was going to hit him with the ice pick in the eye. I'm talking about he's going to get him in the eye. My boy Red, rest in peace, Maldonado came and knocked this dude's teeth all out. Knocked this dude out. You know what I'm saying? That he was able to help my bro Danny Lugo, not get his eye fucked up behind this shit here. Danny got back up because Red picked him back up, and we was rumbling back there. And at the end, them niggas lost. We told them, listen, this is how this is going to work. These dudes that you're not trying to get on the phone, that you're trying to abuse and over here, that we're not with none of that. We already up top. We settled down on that, but you're not going to abuse niggas. And these dudes are getting on the phone. We started putting time when dudes was going to get on. We ain't shit on the Jamaican dudes, you know what I'm saying? We let them know, yo, we going to do this, do that, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get some time and all that there, but, we changing things over here. Even the dudes that can't live, that you think they suckers and they can't defend themselves, they going to live also. The one dude that Red broke his teeth, he had to go to a front after everything was calm, and went and told the police that he had fell down and slipped. Went to the back and showed the police where Danny Lugo had dropped that liquid. that coffee or that tang, whatever it was, and showed him he slipped from that, and that's how he broke his teeth or whatever like that. So we was out of that one. So we called a meeting. We sat in the day room, and then we said, let's go in the back so the police don't be in the business. And we talked to the Jamaican dude. We worked things out. Cool. We was good. We was living down there. You know what I'm saying? And everybody lived. The whole house, even dudes that wasn't living, lives. So in any event, I'm gonna get to the point that I'm trying to tell you, man. So me and Madge and Danny, we was always in the law library anyway. So me and Madge happened to go out to go to the library, those coming days after everything was settled down and all that stuff. And I see, Majesty always carry his shit. I had my shit, and we got, when we down there, what we got was, y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. HDM got them too. The floor got these brass things that go under the concrete that you could pull out. It's a brass jumper. You sharpen that shit up, and when you go to the machines, it doesn't ring because it's brass. Y'all know what I'm talking about, because HDM, we used to rip the whole floor down and take them shits, start breaking them in half, saw them shits down, and take them with us. So anyway, I had one, Majesty had one, and we was going to the law library. So as I see we going to the law library to walk, I see that Majesty pull his jump off out. So I'm looking around, and I see another dude coming. We going this way, and the other dude's going this way. He pulled this shit out, but he's with a few dudes, so I went and pulled my shit out. I don't know what's going on, but I just know niggas is pulling out, so I pulled out anyway, because I was with Majesty anyway. So it happened to be that it was Ojito Francés, a Cuban dude that's a rat hunter. Been down since 1984. Came down there for another case, or whatever he came down there for. Cuban dude. He knows, they call him Ojito Francés because he knows French. Rat hunter. And I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who the people was. And the reason I pulled out wasn't for Ojito. The reason I pulled out was because the other dudes that was with him, I don't know what they was going to do to Madge or whatever, and I don't know what was going on. I just know that he pulled out. Them two niggas could defend themselves, whatever it is, but the other dudes ain't going to jump in. And Majesty can verify this, man. Lil John's brother, Majesty, Sumner. And so everybody pulled out, and then they was about to stab each other and all that shit, and the police saw the commotion, started coming towards us, so we took all the bangers and threw them inside the mailbox. I know the next day when they went and got that mail, and they opened that shit up there to take out the outgoing mail, and they saw them bangers up in there. It was like, what the fuck is going on here? Because we all threw our shit up in there, parted our ways. So we go back, and I tell Majesty, what's going on, man? Let me know, man, because, we rolling, I want to know what I'm getting into. I'm not with no beef or nothing like that there, but I ain't going to let a nigga jump, like that. You for down the way and stuff like that, but let me know what's going on so I know here and I know in the future what I'm facing. He told me now that was some up no beef that we had over some bullshit, boom. So down the line after all that, I went back up north. Majesty went back up north, whatever, and in the process of going back up north, I told you that situation in one of my videos when I ended up going into Southport for 36 months. So when I go on that situation for the 36 months that I had got, and I went to Southport, I went into level 1. You go to level 1, 15 days, and after the 15 days, you get moved to level 2, so forth, level 3, 3 months, whatever. So I do the little 15 days, 20 days, whatever. They move us up on level 2. So I go to level 2, man, and I walk into the gallery, and there's a dude out, there's a porter named Al, Spanish dude. And when I go inside the cell, they lock my shit up, took the cuffs off and all that stuff off, and shit. I hear somebody saying, yo, Al, let me out, it's important, I need to come out right now. And he said, yo, then I said, yo, bro, he told Al, listen, because he had Al under the wing. He said, Al, if you want to lock him right now, I got to come out ASAP, it's important. Al told the police, they locked him in, they let the guy out. So the guy that come in front of my cell is who? Ojito Francés, the Cuban dude, the rat hunter. Happened to be there doing time in Southport. So he come up to me and say, yo, you remember me? I said, yeah, I remember you, bro. That situation that happened down there in the island, boom, whatever. So he said, yo, what up? I said, the truth is, man, because I keep it real. I don't come up here, lying about no shit or nothing. I keep it real. I said, listen, man, I don't know you. You don't know me. I just know that situation happened. I pulled out because I seen your guys was pulling out from behind that was with you. Whatever Yatu got going, that's Yatu. I don't even know. I don't know the situation. You know what I'm saying? And the truth is, I don't care to know the situation because that's y'all beef. I was with him, just like if I would have been with you, I told him, you know, I ain't gonna leave you out for dead. And I see dudes pulling out, I'm gonna pull out to try to defend you as well. So, you know, I explained that to him. Said, you know, I don't, you know, in fact, when we went back, I said, Majesty didn't even tell me what the beef was about. He didn't even talk about that situation after we pulled out and all that there. He didn't even speak about you after that. You know, so, you know, he left it as that. I ain't asked no question because it's not my business. You know what I'm saying? We got to, you know, when we doing these business, that we come up here to mind our business. You know what I'm saying? You don't see, you don't hear, you mind your business. You know what I'm saying? So the dude came and said, you know what, man? I respect that. I respect how you coming out. You know, you came. This is why I came out. I'm also an alternative port over here, and I came out because I needed to see where we was at. You know, to talk man to man and where we was at and stuff like that. And actually, me and Ojito became. You know, I had 36 months that I had to do there, and we moved from there to level 3. But in the time in the 3 months that I stood in level 2 with Ojito Francais was Porter down there, we got tight. You know, we broke bread. You know what I'm saying? Every time we went to the visit to get hit off on the diesel, he asked me, yo, you get high? And I don't get high, but, you know, I can use that to, you know, put around for some stamps, whatever. I used to like to write and all that stuff there. I used to, you know, to get mail and all that shit. And so I said, you know, I could use whatever you know, if you was thinking of blessing me, so I could, you know, set it down here, set it to wherever, make some stamps, make some money out of it and stuff like that. So I used to sell my stuff to the cadre dude. Dude used to come from the cadre, and he used to always come and bring me some top and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, to smoke. And because I smoked back then. So that's how I used to get it. I used to get stamps and smoke that the dude used to sneak into the trays, whatever. When he pulled the tray, he was a cadre dude. And so we was good. Me and Ojito became tight and shit. But the reason I got from the start of knowing Majesty, you know, down the way, bidding with him in different spots, coming to the situation when he had to beef with the rat hunter with Ojito Francais, the Cuban brother, and coming up north that I had to go into Southport and bump to this brother is what I spoke in my past videos. It ain't me looking for problems. It ain't me that I got beef, that I got issues and stuff like that. On my round, I got beef all over the world. Sometimes beef come to you from somebody else's beef. Just alone being behind Majesty and holding him down, I could have got killed somewhere else, got stabbed, whatever the situation might have been, over that situation that wasn't even my situation. But it became my situation when I saw that it was no longer the one-on-one. You know, they was together one-on-one, but the dudes behind them, you know, it became that it was more dudes, and I wasn't gonna let that happen. Being that, you know, this is my bro from Majesty from down the way, and I wasn't gonna let that happen. So just to show you that you don't gotta be looking for beef. You don't gotta have beef. You can be the most humblest dude wherever you go. Loved you wherever you go. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I go, dudes love me all over. I'm always joking, you know, shit like that. When things need to be get done, they get done. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a humble dude, and don't take that humble shit that, like these dudes take it today, that, you know, they come, I'm 50 years old right now, and they come and try to test a nigga, and I gotta tell them, man, don't make me go back. I gotta tell them, don't make me go back to the old me, so you can respect the new me, man, because I'm trying to be better right now, right here. You know what I'm saying? Don't take me back to those days, man, because I had to show one of these young dudes what, you know, how I was living back then. You know what I'm saying? So don't take that humble shit like, you know, niggas is soft and all that. So, but it's just to show you that other people's beef become your beefs, and it's not really your beef, and, you know, you end up in situations that, you know, wherever you go, you get to see him or one of them other dudes that was with Ojito, or be in another spot that you go to, and he'll start spreading the shit that, yo, this is the dude that was holding Majesty down with Ojito. He go to the other round hunters, they go to this, that, you know what I'm saying? And they get to another situation where it shouldn't even have gotten there, you know what I'm saying? Because I get along with all round hunters, I get along with O'Hays, the Kings, and all, yeah, I get along with everybody. Black, yellow, blue, orange, all colors in the world, all ages, all races, all religion. I fucks with everybody, man. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? And for a person like me that come out of Tompkins Projects, you know what I'm saying, family in Fort Greene, and Marcy and Sumner and stuff like that, to come and say that I don't like the blacks, or I don't like this, then I really ain't live where I say I was living at, man, because the majority of people in these projects is Latinos and African Americans. You feel what I'm saying? So just to show you, man, it's another episode just to let you know how things, you know, how you can become a victim of some shit that, you know, for defending somebody, man. Not even your beef. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned, man. I'm gonna talk about a lot of other things, man. I'm just, I'm adding to the archive and going back into all these situations and these stories, man, that, really, affected me. And it affected me, man, because I keep telling people, coming out of prison mentally fucked me up, man. But it was affecting me because I wasn't speaking about it. Just like I'm doing now, speaking my situations, my stories. I'm putting it out there and speaking about it. And you guys allow me to speak about it, man. Lets me, makes me feel better, man. And I'm glad that you guys are staying in tune and listening to my stories and stuff like that. So I'm feeling a lot better, man. I'm not, closed in like I was, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned. Please subscribe. Live and direct on the air. YouTube. Live and direct on the air. TikTok. Live and direct on the Instagram. All social media. The buttons is free. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe, to follow. You don't like it, pass it on to the next one. Share it. Make comments. You got comments, man. I answer back all the comments. And y'all already know the brand, man. Freedom is a must. Y'all already know. Peace. So I forgot to add about Brother Rashid when I told y'all guys that when I first met him down there, we was going to One Lower. For some reason, he just ain't like me. He didn't want to talk to me, none of that. When I told him to grab that jack, we was grabbing the other jack. After that day on, we became really tight. And he ended up in 2017. I was in Woodburn. He ended up in 2017 going to Woodburn, ended up in the same house I was in. He looked at me, he was like, oh, man, not you again. You know what I'm saying? But it was a good brother. We got tight. And, it's just crazy how we end up, meeting people that we don't know that didn't like us. And in the future time or whatever time, we were able to show that, we was good people, real peoples, you know what I'm saying? And making friendship with good people, you know what I'm saying? So Rashid, big shout out. I'm going to put a picture of Rashid up in here. He came home. He's doing, I heard he's doing good. Get in contact with me, man, but I'm going to put your pictures in case somebody up in here. Mad people know you anyway, but I'm going to put the picture up here anyway, man, because I want you to get in contact with me. And I want somebody to see the picture that's in contact with you to reach out to me, man. Peace.